Diddy.
Did you start joining Diddy for his freak off?
I don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
LeBron just did the unspeakable. He went to a Diddy party.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this. I've been to lots of parties. What I will say is at one particular party, there was an artist there who said, hey, 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. Just don't want to be here at 1 in the morning. The music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first, and I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And
Oh man, yo, you wish Diddy happy birthday, man. Where do you get the man that has everything, LeBron?
No, I don't hear anything at all. Nope. Definitely not hearing LeBron James on the subject of Diddy, which is weird. So why stay mum on your boy? That's my question. He speaks out about virtually every other topic. Nobody asks his opinion. He gives his opinion. He's lecturing us. He's called the king.
There's a video. You know?
50. We out here.
We wanted to get the people out that didn't want to party. So we got the politics out the way. Yes! So if you with me and you know how, we got the love and the respect out the way. Now it's time to party. Party. Let's party!
If you don't understand what love is, just look at him. Look at this room. You know, if you in this room, that's what love is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the legend Usher in the building.
You know, Puffy is somebody that I've been in love with. I looked up to him, and he taught me so much.
The applause should be for, but I want to say one thing. This man has been the motivation for this entire movement. Since the day I met you, man, you've been the light that has guided me.
The disturbing Diddy case has undoubtedly rocked Hollywood to its core, leaving everyone wondering just how deep the rabbit hole of power and corruption truly goes. However, the scandal is far bigger, uglier, and more twisted than anyone could have imagined. With each new revelation, it reveals a world of unimaginable exploitation and coercion manipulation. It's not just about Justin Bieber, the tapes, or the celebrities involved.
Make some noise if you've been here before. Don't mean y'all should be extra tight. Enjoy life. This is a celebration of life. This is a legendary white party. It's the real white party. Get extra comfortable.
I don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man. And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is an actual DJ's not supposed to pass out. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. Would you put the drink on his head? Yeah, put the drink on his head. There you go. There it is. But when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them. I put them to sleep.
Next day, right?
We need alcohol.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right.
Oh no, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They
Right,
just
right,
gotta
right.
keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors. Broccoli, but just
Right.
check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects like you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat. Depends on the way you look at it.
People start getting gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
Just for inspirational motivation uses only, you know what I'm saying? You don't know a lot of black men that come from the hood that got an island. I got an island, it's called Love Island. Yeah, I have an island. What was going through your head when we were going there?
I was like, I'm gonna go to war by this nigga, he mad.
When I took you to Love Island, and then you realized that, you know, the plane landed and then we had to float to another island. What was your favorite time that I took you off the grid? When you going off the grid with me, you gotta go to sleep for a week.
Yeah, because it's definitely giving no sleep.
He used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a, and you were gonna up Will Smith.
This show has gotten crazier since the last time I
You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
I don't know what you're talking about. You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet.
Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
Him nor his kids would profit from anything from Bad Boy or Sean Puffy Combs again. His kids is gonna suffer behind this. He was talking about taking his life at the City College thing. He ain't no good to nobody if he talking about hurting himself. His life don't belong to him. His life belong to God. It's working its way towards God now, for real, and not that devil we've been worshiping.
As rumors about Diddy's purported business practices began to circulate, they quickly became a full-fledged nightmare that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, forcing insiders and top performers to conceal their tracks. Let's dissect it. According to rumors, Diddy was not only involved in shady dealings, but also actively engaged in selling incriminating tapes to the biggest names in the industry. Yes, these tapes allegedly featured some of Hollywood's elite engaging in questionable behavior behind closed doors, and the names associated with these alleged illicit dealings were, well, household names. Enormous stars of a kind you'd never imagine, every stone that is turned over in this scandal seems to reveal something more sinister, twisted, and hard to believe. But trust it, because insiders are speaking out, and the horrifying reality, the rumors about a well-known female artist who may have been captured on one of these tapes are among the most unsettling aspects of this case. Her name hasn't been public yet, but the rumors alone have people in a frenzy, and then there's attorney Ariel Mitchell Kidd's bombshell claim this woman supposedly fled a dreadful night at Diddy's Atlanta mansion, and the details are the stuff of nightmares.
I was recently contacted by someone who wanted me to sell of one of the Diddy tapes.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yeah, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of. That it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
It does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
You ever been to one of Diddy parties?
Yeah, I've been in attendance. Not, hey, what working for?
How you saying that?
I ain't been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a party. I wasn't at one of them parties. I have been in attendance at a Puff party. You know what I'm saying? I've been in attendance. Yeah. The party I went to, it was girls turn up, you know what I'm saying? The regular, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy. Did you know,
when you know what lying when you say, I ain't been to one of them parties. Wait, what party?
I have been to the house parties where there have been extra police working as security, armed security. Think about it. Beyonce's on the other side of the gate. Jay-Z's on the other side of the gate. People are trying to get in that party. Every major celebrity, the Kardashians, on the other side of the gate, where Tyrese is performing and Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher are swinging on swings. First Diddy party I went to was at Prince's house. So you want to go to Prince's house to the Diddy party. Diddy didn't let you bring your security in the party. That is the one thing that I thought was odd. I mean, I saw Jay-Z and TD Jakes in there, every major celebrity you can think of who may or may not get along. You know, I came one time with my security and no other security other than Diddy's security is allowed to be inside. See this unfold. My wonder is, well, why weren't people able to have their protection? Diddy is not the only person that has these parties where they have people in a bunch of women. What happens after everybody's gone? These guys want to have a bunch of women around, and what happens when you mix that and other things when the regular party goes home?
What new things have you found that maybe we should know about?
Everybody in the music industry and everybody in Hollywood knew about this. I know about the cameras that I would never go to and I was warned not to go to, okay? It's no secret. I knew about this guy when I was in Hollywood, and there's some other people that I know that have these type of parties, and everybody knew. Look at how many videos, and everybody praised them. It's not a secret. I'm tired of everybody playing this game. All the videos are surfacing with him and Diddy and all these people. Even Usher, he deleted a bunch of, I think 7,000 tweets, deleted his Twitter account, deleted it, right? Or took everything down, and then came back a day later and he put, account got hacked, and damn, y'all ran with it. These demons hide in plain sight. like Diddy, he said on Howard Stern, at 13 years old, your parents are sending you to a camp with a grown man, Pat. Are you freaking nuts? I don't care how famous he is. And then you got a video of Usher and Diddy in his bedroom with Kevin Hart, and he's interviewing him in the morning, and then he catches himself. And it's a moment where they're all laughing, and it's all a joke. And he said, I would wake up in the morning with Usher.
The public's demand for answers and the media's scrambling to keep up with the mounting allegations have only been made worse by Mitchell's children's statements. But things get much worse. The scandal took an even more horrific and dark turn when Texas attorney Tony Busby entered the picture. Busby claims to represent more than 100 claimed victims, each of whom, in Busby's opinion, has a more horrible narrative than the previous. Diddy is accused of using medications like Kylie, a horse tranquilizer, to render his victims unconscious. These are very horrific practices. Yes, you read correctly. A medication so powerful that it's prescribed for animals was reportedly being used on people in the most heinous abuse of authority possible.
You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims as other people watch and enjoy the show, many times passing him or her around, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. Sometimes there are threats. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Given a large volume of cases, and given our other docket obligations, I expect we'll start filing these cases against Sean Combs and other perpetrators within the next 30 days. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already, but the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. Of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, damn sure that we're right before we do that. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. That is, those people that we know watched, and I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. That many of these individuals were paid cash. We know typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. So in addition to Sean Combs, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on. These people who know who they are should just come forward now. Any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up.
Donnell in between Diddy legs.
That was a day party.
Right.
That wasn't a day
This was
party.
this was in the gift bag.
First off, it's a very interesting situation to even bring this up, right? And I will tell y'all, Diddy throw some of the best parties you ever go to.
You ain't had to be between his legs.
But listen, I was between his legs. R. Kelly flew you in.
Oh,
Wait, what is the definition of trafficking? What is the definition?
When somebody flies you out or puts you on a boat.
With the what? Did you ever see him?
No.
Did he have you in a special room?
Yeah,
Did he have
I had a
instances?
hotel. No.
Trip in St. Bart some years ago, and he does a holiday party. It was Dave. Right? If you say you went to any party, you just assume it was the freak off. That's what that. It wasn't the case.
No.
So you're a victim. You are a victim.
Sitting in between Diddy's legs before the picture was took.
I slipped.
Or did you pose?
I don't know what was in that vodka because it felt like I had a hole full of hair on that yacht. I don't know. It was something special in that vodka. I felt light-skinned for a second.
The other day in the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown may be the very last day Diddy was ever free for the rest of his life. Well, a whole bunch of people been at P. Diddy parties. I was at one of his parties before. I just didn't know it was one of his parties. Wasn't at his house. I didn't see none of the stuff. There's a lot of people very, very silent. I don't want to mention any names because I don't want to incriminate anybody. There's a lot of people who are conspicuously quiet.
And you say that, no, I'm not who the feds portray me to be. Well, what about what the video portrays you to be? When we look at Suge Knight and what Suge Knight said, he talked about Diddy potentially diming out others and how the feds ultimately would want that to happen. I can't imagine that the feds ain't gonna want that to happen considering all the people that have attended Diddy after parties. But we also gotta pay attention to this too. The belief is there's a strong level of guilt attached to it. Now the court of law will prove it. See, these are the kind of moments where stuff can come back to haunt you. Who was there to help him? Did everybody run away? And if so, why? Nothing seems to be able to be done to help them at this particular moment in time. It does appear to be a very, very, very bad situation.
Just let it sink in for a second. Some of the victims were as young as 9. It seems incomprehensible that younglings were implicated in this horrible tragedy. A young person who was drawn to New York City under the pretense of a record deal with Bad Boy Records is the subject of one particularly heartbreaking case. Could you fathom the degree of deceit required to entice a young person with promises of fame and fortune just to expose them to unspeakable trauma? It's horrifying and gives the impression that nobody was safe from this seemingly untouchable mogul's grasp. It seems like we're watching one of Hollywood's most influential people fall apart as more and more revelations surface. But what's frightening is the possibility that this is only the beginning. How far does the shadow of evil go, and how many more victims are there?
Hey, in Hollywood, you never expected they be having these mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you and look in the wrong room and and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. Is that two niggas kissing?
I didn't like him because, you know, Sean and I were very different that way. We were larger than life. But at first, I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like...
See you getting back with Puffy in a little way.
Look at I remember you said
yes.
that. Yes.
Or in my mind, getting together permanently.
That simple tree. It's hard. It requires so much.
While Jennifer was upstairs, he was down there getting a fellatio from her.
Did she ever find out?
She no doubt.
Jennifer stands by her man and issues several statements to the press.
I want to be with him, and of course, I was Sean's album at the time coming out was Forever. She said, I want to be with him forever. She got a statement saying, I was with Puffy all night and didn't have a gun. She just said, look, you know, I love Sean.
Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life. He didn't want Kim to deal with nobody, bro. We would leave Jennifer's house. If Kim was out on the town, he would call a babysitter. We was going to every spot that the babysitter thought she was at.
What y'all shooting today? Oh, that's hot. What's this the last thing, sister?
And he has a problem with stuff like that.
The matter is stupid. Oh, what? There ain't no shit going on, all right?
Listen to me. Y'all heard it from me, but Sean said it himself in his interview. Those people were testifying. They were brought to Puff first. You supposed to be my brother, and you got people testifying against me, saying that what they saw against Sean and what they saw Sean do.
So I go to a note, and as they saw me, the person who was in charge out there or whatever, saw me appear at the window.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Right, and I was like, oh, I guess that was their cue.
Yes.
And they released like hundreds of doves, white doves.
Did it work? Did you go back with it?
No.
Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
Too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there? I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
Today we filed a lawsuit in the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, for our client, plaintiff Thalia Graves. In her lawsuit, Thalia, through her attorneys, sues Sean Diddy Combs, also known as the defendant. That defendant Combs and another defendant by viciously and violently victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act, forcing contact on the plaintiff, end quote.
The glossy exterior of the entertainment industry is crumbling, and in light of these grave accusations, what lies beneath is very horrifying. Diddy maintains his tough facade, asserting his innocence at every step. But it is getting harder and harder to trust him when more and more victims come forward to share their stories.
Because he believes he's innocent. He believes he's innocent.
Would you be open to a plea bargain?
Well, it's not up to me. It's up to Mr. Combs, and I don't see it happening. Mr. Combs feels, A, he's innocent, which is why he's not going to plead guilty. He believes that he needs to stand up for his family and for everybody who's been targeted by the federal government. He feels an obligation to those people to say, you know what? Maybe I can break the model. And I think he probably is the only person I know of who might be able to actually accomplish that.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. There were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Yeah.
I had like
what
like
a life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin hole and never have sucked a. That was my only goal. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. I had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
This thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to. Okay?
Marlon, you been to the Hollywood party. What's going on at these Hollywood parties?
I left early. Plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, those aren't the type of parties that I go to.
The stuff that they claim to be going on?
I never seen it. When I hear about it, when did that happen? Yes. At what time did this go down? Yes. I've never seen any of this. I'm like, because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. If I party, I like my own party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, this is my party. It's my swell
Ain't no Amtrak.
For rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs, also known as P. Diddy or Puff Daddy through the years. Diddy, like Epstein, has long been rumored to be a federal informant, pointed out famously by rapper Kanye West. The type of party you might find on Jeffrey Epstein's island or...
No, hold on. Okay. All you fake hard, you know what I'm saying? I don't get, because you can't nobody in as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard, you. Anyway, and the reason why you got chalk is because you did a deal, you fed.
Not to be outdone, Tony Busby has pledged to expose not only Diddy, but the whole network of enablers who helped hide these activities, including over 120 victims, many of whom have medical records and drug tests as proof. Diddy's empire appears to be collapsing more quickly than anyone had predicted. The Bieber connection is far from forgotten as new unsettling information regarding his relationship with Diddy comes to light. Justin's health and well-being have lately become hot topics after he was photographed with his wife Hailey Bieber. The singer appeared much slimmer, which alarmed fans. The coincidence of these appearances with the most recent accusations against Diddy has further increased conjecture. More attention is being paid than ever to Justin's previous relationship with the artist.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, but it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship. He had already been to the hospital. Think about that. And you still took Bieber there. You got custody of him first and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Diddy had already tried. Diddy trying to get it.
Since she died in, I would say, rather mysterious circumstances, a woman named Kim Porter. Now what happened was she mysteriously died of pneumonia at the age of 47. That Diddy had something to do with the death of his ex-partner and the mother to his children. Just when they are about to publish a tell-all book on their very famous ex, Diddy. It seems to be a collection of the diaries of Kim Porter, the mother of Diddy's children. Well, guess what? It was just announced yesterday that Kim Porter's book is being published. It's a 60-page book. It was leaked by her friends.
Hey, Cassie, how are you? How do you feel about all the allegations with Diddy going on right now?
Cassie, why Diddy didn't want to walk with you, girl? What I'm talking about, Diddy was right next to you. What's good, Diddy? What's good, Diddy? No. What's good, Diddy? Taylor Swift, I know Taylor Swift, your girl, too. Have a beautiful day, Diddy. Always nice to see you, brother. Keep hope alive.
You say that, no, I'm not who the feds portray me to be. Well, what about what the video portrayed you to be? When we look at Suge Knight and what Suge Knight said, he talked about Diddy potentially diming out others and how the feds ultimately would want that to happen. I can't imagine that the feds ain't gonna want that to happen considering all the people that have attended Diddy after parties. But we also gotta pay attention to this too. The belief is there's a strong level of guilt attached to it. Now the court of law will prove it. See, these are the kind of moments where stuff can come back to haunt you. Who was there to help him? Did everybody run away? And if so, why? Nothing seems to be able to be done to help him at this particular moment in time. It does appear to be a very, very, very bad situation.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody. Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like that these are just trucked up charges, not true.
When Homeland Security invades your house,
you got problems.
With dudes with...
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff, they were there to delete everything.
Oh,
like
that's
the same
funny.
thing with Epstein.
Oh, that's funny. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers. Genuinely love it when someone like Diddy gets caught, though. The glee that people have is weird. I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? Well, if he really was filming everybody, you got a wild party. There's so many different stories.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not doing that.
We're not involved in them. I was never Diddy.
Telling jokes.
Like I told you.
Having fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
Smoking dope, cracking jokes, making people...
Many admirers questioning whether the weight of these revelations is finally getting to him, while Justin has remained silent about their anniversary. Haley has been by his side and even seems to be protecting him in subtle ways, as seen during their most recent anniversary dinner. Despite the public being aware of everything they do, it's clear that they are making an effort to live as normal a life as possible. Haley shared a few old photos of their 2019 wedding, possibly in an effort to relive happier times before all of this turmoil came to light. However, the turmoil surrounding Justin's life makes many think of another well-known person who had a long-standing relationship with Diddy. Even while Jay-Z has always been able to rise above trouble in the past, his background, which includes accusations of financial manipulation and violent outbursts, has come back to haunt him as Diddy's scandal plays out. The public can now examine the skeletons in his closet in full view.
Been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this. I've been to lots of parties. What I will say is that one particular party, there was an artist there who said, hey, 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. Just don't want to be here at 1 in the morning. The music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first, and I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And
I think f***ing his son's girlfriend. Me and Diddy f***ing his son's girlfriend. Come on, home.
Immediately after Diddy was charged, we started seeing record executives resign and retire. Timing's interesting. Will Diddy rat people out?
Question of ratting out, I think in the government's eye, he's the top of the iceberg.
This guy did this guy did that. Would that maybe reduce the time he spends in prison?
What does he know about others who may have participated? What's on those videos?
This story gets even crazier. Hold on. Watch this.
Bugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes. Reportedly captures Kardashian engaged in activities that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment and legal worlds alike, stealing a cache of footage. The FBI claims that Kardashian is not only involved in the theft of vital information, but also used it as leverage to further her own interests.
So at this point, it looked like the feds been keeping up with the Kardashians just like us. They are accusing her of lacing drinks and things of that nature.
Where are you going? I'm gonna go to join Diddy. Really? He's doing that. Rick Ross is doing a little concert this afternoon. When are you gonna act your own age? It's like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? Yeah. So why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. I know a thing or two about rap music. Who is the boss? Me? No.
Yeah. What's it the other way around? I mean, P. Diddy's a little up his own ass, to be honest. We were at a college football game to UCLA, and I was about to just give him a left to the chin real quick.
But this is LA, isn't it? You just go around meeting people, so I'm just having fun. But
only you could say P. Diddy's up his own arse.
P. Diddy was on the bottom of the list of people I wanted to meet, especially after finally meeting him.
Fans are divided when Diddy's crimes become public. Some believe Jay-Z was a victim of circumstance, while others wonder if Jay-Z knew about or was perhaps involved in the dubious actions surrounding his old pal. Diddy's extravagant lifestyle extended beyond Hollywood and reached the pinnacles of royalty, despite the demands of others for him to take responsibility for any part he may have played. It has come to light that Diddy once attempted to invite Prince William and Harry to his infamous parties, where chaos and debauchery were the order of the day.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg edition, nigga, the 70s style, boy. Hold on.
I wanted to show that I really had love for Puff, what it was trumped up to be. You know, they made it like it was more than what it actually was. And he had love for me, and I just wanted to show people that it wasn't all.
Do you think we'll ever have a gay rapper?
I believe there are some gay rappers that just ain't came out the closet.
Well, then we don't know that they're gay. Do you think if you think a big rap would have to be a big star to come out?
I appreciate it, Ashton. Thank you for dropping the mic with me earlier. You were. I can understand why, because you two, you go way back. You're friends. You're old friends.
I can't. I mean, the outcome. I'm not sure. I think it was rigged. Like, I'm feeling like it was a little rigged. But I learned how to do this in his studio. Like, I don't even like. He's like my coach.
How did you first meet?
I was doing Making the Band on MTV. He was doing Punk'd.
Yeah.
I heard that you are going to punk me, and I just don't think that's a good idea. Well, then you tell a story.
I'm pretty sure that's not the way you said it. Okay. I don't think that's a good idea. Is that what you said?
Please don't punk me.
It was a reality competition where groups competed to become the next big music sensation, Ashton Kutcher. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So their friendship started through the prank show called Punk'd. And Combs would later produce several seasons of Making the Band on MTV. It was business ventures, attending Combs' Labor Day white parties. Combs and Kutcher, they were often photographed together, with Kutcher showing his support for Combs.
But I learned how to do this in his studio. Like, I don't even like. He's like my coach.
I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see.
After learning that the young royals had no connection to the rapper behind the controversial events, palace insiders swiftly ended any possible conversations. The story adds a bizarre layer to an already convulsed scandal, leaving many to wonder just how far-reaching Diddy's influence truly was. Although the royals never attended Diddy's parties, his attempts to entice them into his fold are now seen as a bullet dodged with his arrest and mounting charges. Diddy, known for his charm, tried to lure them in when the princess were in their wilder younger days. It's obvious that the monarchy would have suffered greatly if they had been associated with him. Given his current legal circumstances, Diddy's ambitions to socialize with royalty and even request an audience with the late Queen Elizabeth Valle are absurd. Nonetheless, his rapid and dramatic fall from grace occurred while he was ruling the world and rubbing elbows with the elite.
John Diddy Combs is locked up in a federal jail that has been plagued by harsh conditions and violence. He's the highest profile detainee at a place that's been described as hell on earth. He was stabbed to death in July, and several others have died by suicide. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn has seen multiple deaths in recent years. Before him, there were R. Kelly, Elaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried. Combs is just the latest high-profile defendant to be locked up at MDC Brooklyn. Combs' lawyers are fighting to get him out of there. They want him released on bail. Judges have also raised alarms. They've pressed the Bureau of Prisons for status updates and implored the agency to fix things. He's the highest profile detainee at a place that's been described as hell on earth. For now, Combs is one of about 1,200 people locked up at MDC Brooklyn.
He's now getting super cozy with Steve Harvey's daughter, who Diddy's son, Justin Combs, used to hang out with.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy. Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
He and his son are Eskimo brothers.
His son on this trip?
They were there. They're not in these pictures, but I think they left.
He is dating his son's ex-girlfriend when his son was there as well.
I don't think it's something that he would do if it was a big, huge deal.
You like who you like, except my son's exes.
Music mogul Sean Combs has been denied bail for a second time after being arrested by Homeland Security agents this week. He's accused of taking videos of those encounters and using them to blackmail the participants, in which he coerced women into engaging in days-long plays. Sean Combs' crimes could be even worse than what's being described. and other famous faces could also be implicated. Allegedly, the Kardashians are mixed up in this, that there's some documents, there's some proof, evidence.
History of Run Impacts, 15 years of freak out party. Who do you think went through there? Everybody. It's the same circle. It's the Epstein circle. It's the Harvey Weinstein circle.
And then things were being recorded, videotaped, and then that was used against executives or individuals.
But they saw stuff, and they talk about it, and they know what happens at midnight. All of a sudden they find out, oh, have I been kissing on a man? Or they know what happens at midnight. At midnight, certain things happen. Is this a dude or a girl?
All being recorded.
At midnight.
Diddy was about, and some people may pass it off as hip-hop culture, but it is a series of felonies and RICO. What do they have wrong? So you think he did none of these things? He was never present in any of these activities? This wasn't his lifestyle?
But those activities and the lifestyle is not criminal. They never once said that these women didn't consent to what happened.
There were
no charges relating to minors. None.
So this is all adult consensual activity. People can judge it morally, but legally, you believe he committed no crime.
That concludes this video, everyone. See you later.